Hello and welcome to not only my first ever Substack, but my first time ever recording myself reading one of my blog posts as a voiceover, kind of podcast style, if you will. So I'm new at this. I'm still finding my voice. It's going to be awkward, so we'll be awkward and have fun together. I want to record these very natural without really needing to make any edits. So if I mess up along the way, we will just laugh together. I also want to say I am a very fast reader and speaker. I have to try very hard to slow myself down and be active about that. So just putting that out there. But here we go. Wet n Wild SpongeBob collection review, swatches, and look. So the collection at a glance. This is Wet n Wild's second limited edition collection for SpongeBob. It is massive with 37 products coming in at around $300 for everything. They have released innovations for the brand that do not exist in their core line. This collection is colorful, playful, and has expansions on their core line. I should have said at the beginning, I will be interjecting my own color commentary as I read the blog post. I have the full Wet n Wild SpongeBob collection, and I am doing reviews, swatches, star ratings, and multiple makeup looks with it. By the end, you will know what you want to buy and what you want to pass on. Details. Wet n Wild originally did a SpongeBob collection in 2021. It was much smaller. From that collection, they have brought back the sponges and the brush scrubbing Krabby Patty. You do not need to repurchase them if you already have them. This new 2025 collection is being dubbed Round 2 and is bigger and better. There is not an official release date for the collection. The items came out in Walmart stores and online at the beginning of May 2025. They were released on Amazon and Wet n Wild's website about 2 weeks later, so actually within the last week or so, with me doing this recording. Wet n Wild posted on Instagram that CVS will get these products later this year, and for Ulta, Walgreens, and Target, they are left as coming soon. Walmart has all of the products right now. Amazon and Wet n Wild's website have a chunk. Many of these products have a fruity, almost pineapple-like scent and flavor. And this collection has 37 items and 38 if you want to count the PR box. So let's just talk about this for a second. For years now, Wet n Wild's releases have been very bizarre in comparison to other brands. So what's been happening is the products just come out at stores or on websites at random, and people go out and find these items and start posting them on Reddit or on social media. There's different blogs out there that do sort of spoiler, if you will, like spoiler content. And weeks go by before Wet n Wild even acknowledges these products exist, before they even start sharing them on social media and telling you when and where they're going to be released. I don't understand that disconnect at all. One of my all-time favorite brands is Elf Cosmetics because they just get it right, okay? They come out with a product or a collection or whatever it is. They tell you about it on social media. They give you all the details, the release dates, and then it comes out at those retailers. And not only that, but you can always buy the product, the full assortment on their website. Wet n Wild lacks that. It is just so disjointed all over the place, so random. It honestly makes me wonder why I continue to do this content, but I know that a lot of you in my audience are here for this content, but they're not necessarily a brand to stand by. So if we look at this, Walmart has all of the items in store in a great big display. They're all online. Wet n Wild's website only has a chunk, which is crazy. You are the brand. You should be selling all of the product. And then we have Amazon with only a subset, and everything else we're just waiting. They weren't able to give a timeline other than coming soon, coming later this year. So I don't get it. But right at the beginning of May, I woke up to a text message of these products being in Walmart, and I went out that day and got everything. And what I don't understand is it was a brand new display and the face gems were sold out. I almost think that they were not stocked because those are the items that usually don't sell and they end up being on clearance. I also come at this blog post feeling kind of funny, and I guess I'll add that disclaimer in here now. It's really weird being a content creator in 2025 because I do understand that there's boycotts going on and I fully support those boycotts. And I have massively reduced my spend at Walmart this year to only the core necessities like some grocery items. So it just makes me feel weird, or I feel like people are going to come at me for going and buying this collection there. But what do you do when a lot of my audience is here for Wet and Wild, and this is what you all expect, and I do have to go out and get it right away and get it all together because this type of content takes time. So, with that being said, I also know that overconsumption is a really big topic this year and something I want to dig deeper into on Substack. And I know that it is very tone deaf right now to constantly be reviewing the newest thing, going out and buying the newest thing. And I definitely want to do content this year and just going into the future that keeps that in mind, that won't always be about the new thing. So this full collection is very expensive. It hurts my soul. I don't expect any of you to go out and buy the full collection. I completely understand if you're not going to buy any of it. I hope that with this blog post, I'll be able to help you decide what you do and what you don't want. But even if you want to skip everything, it's not in the budget, you're upset about the retailers, what have you, I get it. Let's just hang out and enjoy what they have put out because this is a really nice collection. But I promise you, I definitely have some other content coming this year, and I really wish that there were other places other than Walmart, Amazon, Target, and so on and so forth, where these products are primarily available. But let's get back to the blog post. So the PR box, it does not contain the full collection. It is a subset for $75. The products are organized in the box into two layers. So these are the contents of the box. The Always Looking Up Mirror and Keychain Set, the FUN Eye and Face Palette, Underwater Wonder Liquid Blush in Rock, Splash On Waterproof Mascara and Dive Deep, Double the Fun Liquid Eyeliner and Stamp in Parties Here, Serving Up Smiles Eyelash Curler and SpongeBob, Squidward Makeup Sponge, Bikini Bottom Cooling Lip Oils, all of them, Kelp Shake Dual Phase Setting Mist, and the Face and Body Gems. So Wet and Wild usually does not put the full collection into the PR box because I noticed that they do try to limit the cost to stay around like $70 to $80. So if the collection goes over that amount, which usually happens with these big branded collaborations, they only give you a subset. Although that does kind of make me mad because there's a lot of people out there that I know, myself included, that would absolutely pay the price to have the full box because that would be so much more convenient than me having to go and get all the individual items, and it is kind of nerve-wracking when you're in the store trying to buy 37 items and make sure you get it all and you don't buy two of something and so on and so forth. But there you have it there. Also bothers me that when I go out and buy everything immediately, that means I don't get the box for my collection. I don't have the other SpongeBob box either, but that's okay. And I probably should have mentioned this when I went over the details, but I do have the original SpongeBob collection. I have that post up on the blog from 2021. I still have all of those items. They're very much a collector's piece for me because I love SpongeBob. It's always been a big part of my life growing up. So I'm just really excited to see this collaboration come back. But let's get into the collection, into the actual products. So the makeup sponges. Wet n Wild makes one of my favorite sponge formulas, but these sponges I will never use. They are collector's pieces on my shelf of little makeup collectibles. Their sponges are soft and bouncy and they expand when wet. They absorb little product and are easy to clean. Your final look will be skin-like and streak-free. The shapes of these sponges, outside of Patrick, are not the most friendly for getting into tight spaces on the face. which is another reason why they make good collector's items. I meant to read the claims before I read the product information, but we'll do that moving forward with the rest. But here's the claims that Wet n Wild makes. These sponges deliver a smooth, streak-free blend for a flawless, airbrushed finish. They are made with hydrophilic material to absorb less makeup. This prevents product waste and ensures better makeup adhesion. The cut edges are perfect for contouring and baking, while the round edges are good for blending. And I rated these 5 out of 5 stars. When you go into the actual blog post, you will be able to see pictures of all of the products, the swatches, the videos, everything, the whole enchilada. Krabby Patty sponge and brush cleaning pads. The claims. This set of 4 textured cleansing pads helps to thoroughly remove product buildup, dirt, and oil from brushes and sponges. Simply swirl your tool and allow the grooves to leave it sparkling clean. They are designed for all sizes of tools. Use a cleanser for a deeper clean. They are made from a soft, flexible silicone that is easy to clean and durable. So this set is an effective way to scrub your makeup brushes. The different size grooves work great with all sizes of brushes. I always use liquid soap with this, but I would not scrub a sponge on these silicone tools. Your fingers are going to be the most gentle for that, especially since you have to work out all of the suds. I would just be afraid of the silicone kind of tearing up the sponge a bit, even though it is soft. Face and body gems. These adhesive gems add shine to any look. They are easy to apply and stay securely in place. I always keep these gems as collector's pieces, so I cannot speak to how they stick on the face. Now, if you're somebody that actually uses these things, I guess for costuming or music festivals, whatever, I would love for you to leave me a comment and let me know how they stick on the face, especially on a full face of makeup. I've always been curious, but these gems just live in my drawer of collector's items from these collections, but they're super shiny. And what I mentioned here is they would look nice affixed to your phone case or computer. And I say this because I just recently found my pink Nintendo DS Lite. And back in those days, we were all about sticking those like adhesive gems, those crystals on everything. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, what if we had these SpongeBob stickers and they were on there? Whatever, I know. But they do appear to be well made and are shiny. And I rated these 5 out of 5 stars. Did I mention for the Krabby Patty sponge and cleansing pads? I rated those 5, but if not, saying it again. Okay, next, the Underwater Wonder Liquid Blush. These are new and limited edition shades of Wet n Wild's liquid blush. These are also pretty, and I am already planning future looks with them in my head. So I'm going to be doing an outfit for my annual Memorial Day party, and I was thinking that I could mix the shades perfect square and snailed it to get a really custom shade that's going to match my outfit. That's what I mean when I say that. I am most excited for Rock. Rock is a highly unique shade, possibly only duped by Ione at Dollar Tree, but I'm not fully sure. And the reason why I say this is people right now are really big on the liquid blushes for $1.25 at Dollar Tree. And I do watch Juicy, there we go, my first mistake, Juicy Jazz on YouTube, and she did a full face of Dollar Tree makeup, and she showed this one particular shade, and she was saying how unique the pink was, and she's straight on. And when I saw Rock from Wet n Wild, it reminded me of that a lot. So I'm hoping I'll be able to find the other shade and compare because it's so pretty. But here we go. Their formula has a lot of pigment, so I recommend one small dot on each cheek to start out. When you watch the videos, in the actual blog post or on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, wherever you want. I'm everywhere. I definitely put on too much, partially because I forget and I get excited, but I'm totally in on the blush blindness craze right now. So you'll look at me. It's a lot of blush, I know. So yes, these are buildable, but they can look like a lot in a hurry. They can be blended out with a brush, a sponge, or your fingers, and they have a natural finish that is slightly tacky, so you get a bit of wet radiance. They last all day without fading, and they are truly so creamy and weightless. And here's the claims. Again, I wanted to read the claims before I read my product review, but whatever, just having fun with this little podcast. This brush, we are talking about blushes very clearly, but I am excited to talk about the brushes. So you just stick around, okay? This blush is creamy and weightless to glide on effortlessly. It has a soft matte finish and a natural looking glow. Let me pause there. It's not possible for something to be soft, matte, and natural with a glow. And that's why I'm saying in my review that they do have a natural finish, but you can see a glow. Like when you turn your head, kind of has that wet look, almost like you have highlighter on, but there's no glitter or shimmer. So hopefully that makes sense, but I don't fully agree with that claim. It is buildable, blendable, and easy to apply with your fingers, a sponge, or a brush. So yep, they are very bold, very pigmented. Just be careful, but I love them. I love this formula. You don't even need high-end liquid blushes. I cannot say blushes and brushes. Let's just establish that is a tongue twister for me when I'm making a recording, and that is okay. But you don't need high end, you don't need Rare Beauty or Say or anything like that with Wet and Wild, okay? The lipsticks. So the claims. This richly pigmented lipstick glides on effortlessly with a bold, vibrant color in one swipe. The formula is creamy with a smooth satin finish. It feels comfortable and should last all day long. So I appreciate this type of collection and that the lipstick colors are wearable for every day. They are basically Wet n Wild's silk finish lipsticks, that formula. Even though they're putting it in the newer packaging that matches like their blurring lipsticks and their high shine and their mattes. If you know, you know. They have full coverage in one swipe. They will not dry down, so that they will end up wearing off gradually and gracefully throughout the day, but you can reapply them as needed. They will not dry out your lips. They won't get crusty. I rated those 5 out of 5 stars. I don't know why I keep forgetting to mention the star rating, but I rated 5 out of 5 for the blush, for the face gems, almost everything. Wet n Wild basically doesn't do any wrong, but every once in a while they do. I'll let you know about it. Chill Factor Cooling Glitter Stick. Let's see if I can get this one all read correctly. So the claims. This stick delivers an instant refreshing sensation that minimizes puffiness and adds an opal glow. It is compact and travel friendly. So in Wet n Wild's 2024 new product releases, which I have a blog post on, they brought us the original cooling stick. So that was plain, no glitter, no shimmer. And in that, I proclaim that it makes an amazing makeup primer that extends the wear of your makeup. And this glitter version does the same. I also have a comparison blog post between e.l.f. and Wet n Wild's cooling stick, from which I declare that they both extend the wear of makeup and worn as a primer. They are crazy. Hoodoo voodoo magic, okay? But this stick, of course, does give you that cooling and wet sensation on the skin, even though it is physically dry. It leaves behind a metallic shine that has a pink-blue shift with fine glitter. So because of that, I can't imagine that you're going to go around wearing this alone on your bare skin. But if you use it as a primer and you apply your foundation, all of your products, you won't see that blue-pink color anymore. You won't even really see that glow or any of that, but it's going to be a great primer. It's not going to allow any oils through or hardly any oils through. But it doesn't depuff anything. It's not cooling to the point where it is depuffing, okay? You can also dab this on the face as a highlighter. So in my one makeup look, in the short video that I shared, I did use a little eyeshadow brush. I dabbed it on there and I applied the product to the inner corner of my eye as well as the brow bone. You can definitely do that. And the rating, I gave this a 5 out of 5, of course. Serving Up Smiles Eyelash Curler. This is Wet n Wild's classic eyelash curler, available in 3 limited edition colors. And they have a keychain attached that the character of that keychain matches the color of the eyelash curler. So this is where my soul kind of breaks in half, because as a beauty influencer, I buy the whole collection. I buy every darn piece. The ordinary person only needs one eyelash curler. I waste my money on all 3 just to show you, but it is what it is. So I do use their eyelash curler every day. It's the only one that I have, the only one that I use. It grips all of your lashes without pinching, pain, or tugging. Gives you a nice curl. The pad is so soft, it's comfortable. The claims are these curlers provide a lasting lift and for a wide-eyed look. They are gentle yet precise. The bouncy silicone pad gently catches and curls, yes, and curls your lashes without tugging. They are perfect for all eye shapes and sizes. Use it on dry eyelashes before applying your mascara. Yada yada. 5 out of 5 stars. You know it. Moving on to the always looking at mirror and keychain set. I find the claims kind of interesting here. They say the mirror is made from an unbreakable acrylic. In my experience, acrylic, like clear acrylic, is highly and easily breakable. That provides a high quality reflection. It is lightweight and compact to slip into your bag. So we have seen them do these keychain and mirror sets in previous collections. The mirror is small enough to throw in your purse, pull it out for some detailed work, but it has no protection, so it very well could get scratched in your bag. I keep my mirrors on display. You can use the keychain however you want, but both of them are made very well, very cute. We know bag charms are in right now, so girl, wear that pineapple keychain. Wear the keychains on the lip oils that are coming up, all the things. But moving on to the Kelp Shake Setting Mist. Really excited for this one. This mist, these are the claims, has a two-phase formula that activates by shaking. It brings a dewy, hydrating finish while keeping your makeup in place. It is lightweight and breathable to ensure all-day wear and a fresh face glow. So this dual phase setting mist is new for Wet n Wild. It needs to be shaken well, yet you can't see any product separation in the bottle before you shake it, which is very interesting. The mister on the bottle is okay. It is not the finest mister that Wet n Wild has ever put out, but it's not like garden hose, fire hose situation. It's somewhere in between. It's okay. I'm not mad about it. It does a good job of setting the face and melting your look together. And I don't make this claim lightly. Don't say this very often, but I firmly believe that it extends the wear time of your makeup. So we need this in the permanent line, okay? So I have oily, combo, acne-prone skin. This is going to allow minor oils to come through, especially on the T-zone. Okay. And I don't agree with necessarily the dewy claim. Like, yes, it is hydrating, but the finish is very natural. It did not change the end look of my makeup that I already had from my foundation. So I gave this 5 out of 5 stars all day, every day. Now, moving on to the Water's Fine 5-piece makeup brush set. You should know by now that Wet n Wild makes quality brushes that will last years. The quality is here. They're sturdy. They have that nice weight about them. And we have seen these water-filled handles, the water and the confetti situation so many times in past collections. This brush set, in fact, is almost a duplicate to the Hello Kitty collaboration with a few minor differences. But where I'm going to zero in is on the foundation brush that they're not calling a foundation brush. Well, I didn't read the claims, but we'll see. I don't know if they're calling it the all over or the buffing because they don't actually label their brushes. But this brush is in the Hello Kitty set and in the SpongeBob set, okay? And I am so glad to not have a backup, even though you won't need a backup. Again, their brushes last forever. That is just my goofy brain where I need a backup, okay? I have been wearing foundation for probably 10, close to 15 years now. I am a sponge girl, even with my concealer. I've been a sponge girl from the very beginning of time with the Real Technique sponge. I just can't get into brushes. But this brush has stopped me from being a sponge girl, okay? It is the best foundation brush that I've ever used. There's no streaks. It even works with my nose. So I have a hard time, as do most people, getting your makeup to stick and stay on your nose, and usually brushes just won't lay it down right. This works. But let me be honest, I do not wash this brush as frequently as I should, and it still works great. So with foundation brushes, even the best ones, you use them a couple of times, the product starts to build up on the bristles, and the bristles basically start to clump together, and that's where you get more of an uneven blend and some streaks. Does not happen with this brush. It is amazing. I've been using this brush to do my full face of makeup. So I'm talking color correcting concealer, foundation, concealer, liquid and cream, contour, blush, bronzer. I like to pat my cream or liquid highlighter on my fingers, just a personal thing. But blending out the full face with that one product. And I have the Sigma switch, so I just wipe it down on the cream part and between colors. It works beautifully. So we definitely need this brush in the permanent line, but just imagine if Wet n Wild took this exact brush and shrunk it down small to be a detailed concealer brush. That would be it. That would do me in. That's what we need. So yes, I mean, I'm using this brush and getting into those tight areas, but it'd be so much better having that concealer sized version. Now let me read the claims to you. Each brush has soft vegan bristles for a flawless and seamless application. This set includes the all-over face brush, the buffing brush, eyeshadow blender brush, eyeshadow shader brush, and blush brush. The feathery soft bristles pick up product and blend it effortlessly. 5 out of 5. I was going to say 5 out of 5 stars, okay? Moving on to the best day ever glitter body illuminator. So the claims, this provides a luminous buildable glow. The formula is lightweight and non-sticky, and it can be worn alone or mixed into other products. So this is just like the body illuminator from the Wet n Wild Nightmare Before Christmas collection, but it is in a different color. So I'm all about this water-based formula because it is non-greasy, no residue left behind. This way there is no transfer of product onto your clothes. You might remember many years ago now, it feels like, they came out with 3 body luminizers and a glass pump bottle. I hated them and I did not keep them. They were just so greasy, oily, and they transferred to my clothes. Only one of the colors was really fair skin friendly, kind of sort of too. So I'm glad that they changed this formula. The scent is nice. It leaves you with fine glitters on the skin as if you use like the OG, like Bath and Body Works roller glitter. You remember those? But the glitter is even finer and more subtle. However, there is no actual illuminating properties. There's no metallics, there's no sheen, there's no glow. And you're going to look at these pictures that I posted and be like, what the hell are you doing, Amanda? This is just your arm. You can't pick it up on camera. You have to be in real life, in good lighting, and see that glitter. That's all you get. So all of this aside, I'll be using this during the summer. Legs, arms, the chest, the whole 9 yards for that subtle glitter effect, but that's it. I have also worn this as a highlighter on my face, and again, it's very subtle, barely there, doesn't really qualify as a face highlighter, but it's not really giving you a pop, but does not remove coverage underneath. And yeah, you can mix this into foundation or whatever you want to get a little bit of a glow as well. So I rated this 4 out of 5 just because there is no luminosity, no metallics, no sheen. The Jellyfish Fields Lip Mask. All right, the claims on this mask is made with ingredients that will nourish your lips for a pillowy, soft feeling. It has a unique, bouncy jelly texture. It can be used as an overnight treatment when your lips need extra care, even during the day for a burst of hydration. So I want to say, Wet n Wild's done a lot of lip masks in different collections, and they're also in their permanent line, but the only one that did something for my lips was the one from Hello Kitty. That one is just like their lip oils, but somehow in a lip mask format, makes my lips feel like brand new baby's bottom, like I've never experienced with any other product. Makes you want to throw every lip balm away. Okay. So I was hoping that this would be the same, and somehow it kind of is. So this jellyfish lip mask literally looks like jellyfish jelly. If you've seen the show, you know I am so here for it. And amazingly, it makes my lips feel like the Hello Kitty lip mask or the lip oils, yet clearly the formula is very different. But here's the thing, and please leave me a comment if you've had this experience. When I put it on, my lips burn, okay? And they burn as if this is a lip plumper. The claims don't mention that. They say put this on before bed, as a nice little lip mask. So I don't know if I'm having an allergic reaction, what's going on. I pretty much never have allergic reactions to products, so this is very scary and making me not want to use it again. But I love the shine, super, super shiny. Love the feeling that it leaves me. And this is a heavier lip mask, but it's nice. It kind of sort of has a grape smell. I don't know. Maybe it's just in my head because it's purple. It's not sticky. You get the deal there. So I rated it 3 out of 5 stars. I'm just really afraid of the burning. But moving on to the Bikini Bottom Cooling Lip Oil. You already know I'm obsessed with Wet n Wild lip oil. Check out the whole blog post. Check out my comparison with the e.l.f. lip oils. This is the best product I've ever put on my lips. You will throw away all your balms, your masks, all of it. You put this on. Somehow it feels like you have new born again lips. I don't want to hear about no Laneige or any other brands out there. This is it. Wet n Wild has just done something with this formula. It is different from all other lip oils on the market. Listen, they're inexpensive. Just trust me on this. Go and buy one. Just buy the clear if you want to try it. Put it on. Let me know. But first and foremost, the lip oils in this collection have a sheer pigment. So one coat is going to leave it looking clear on your lips. If you do two coats, you'll get just a touch of that color, just a little bit, and the glitter will be visible. These do have a cooling sensation. The core line also has a cooling sensation, but with these, the sensation does last for several hours, so it kind of tones down over time, but I still notice it more than the permanent core line. They are lightweight, super shiny, and not greasy, and you will need to reapply them as desired. Of course, they're lip oils. They're not meant to be long wearing. They can be worn alone or over top of your other lip products. I love popping them on over a quick lip line. They have some sort of like fruity pineapple scent going on. And the keychains, okay? Love these. We need keychains on all the lip oils. The clip is large enough that you could attach these to your purse, or you could take the keychain off and put it on your bag as a bag charm. This is the formula that we know and love. Leaves your lips feeling like a baby's bottom. 5 out of 5. I collect every lip oil. Just, chef's kiss. The claims, they're ultra hydrating lip oils that deliver a refreshing, cooling sensation while keeping your lips nourished and soft. The finish is non-sticky or greasy. The shimmers will give you an eye-catching look. The keychain makes it easy to carry the oils wherever you go. As I'm doing this, I'm definitely catching typos in my blog posts because I just did not feel like proofreading all that hard, okay? So forgive me. We are real human beings, okay? The funniest product in this collection, I can't get over it, is the Puffed Up Powder Puff. So I am the most amused by the Mrs. Puff Powder Puff. What a great idea. And I know I haven't published this blog post yet. I am very behind. Life has happened. But we did get Wet n Wild's first powder puff in the 2025 new products. And that blog post is coming, okay? But this is their first time now taking the powder puff to limited edition. So as far as puffs are concerned, I've tried all the brands, all the different types out there. Wet n Wild is perfect. It stands up to them. You're going to get that soft focus, blurred look. The only gripe with Mrs. Puff is the shape. So I do have to kind of fold her up to get into those tight areas of my face, like my under eyes. The original Puff is triangular, so it's just easy to get into all those crevices. So I know Mrs. Puff, she's a round lady, round fish. We got to keep her that way. I get it. But when you read the claims are weird, and they're saying that she is a triangle. Are they just being rude? I don't know. But she is great for setting the entire face and just working in large areas. When I use my powder puffs, I have tiny hands, so if the elastic band allows you, I'll slip 3 fingers under there to get that control. Wet n Wild's band is very elastic, but also very firm. I love it. And FYI, their puffs, do clean very easily, and I am linking to my tutorial on how to clean those makeup powder puffs. But here's those goofy claims. This is an ultra soft velvet powder puff that should pick up and blend both pressed and loose powders. The triangular shape, what does this mean? Is great for use across the entire face, including the delicate eye and nose area. The material is reusable and washable for lasting use. So just because the shape is not the most convenient, she has the smallest hint of a triangle going on, but it's not the same as their actual hot pink triangle, okay? I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Don't hate me. Double the fun, liquid eyeliner and stamp. Okay, I gotta fix this because the picture is in the wrong spot of the blog post, but these vibrant eyeliners allow for effortlessly lined and defined eyes plus bold looks. They are ultra pigmented to avoid fading. Those are the claims. Wet n Wild has never done eyeliner stamps before. So I love Lottie London's, and I put rest in peace because if you don't know, the brand has gone under and disappeared, but I love their star stamp, their eyeliner stamp. I'm very experienced with them. They're kind of my signature look. So Wet n Wild's wing liner is on the smaller side, but it's still easy for me to use and get that perfected look. I find all three of the stamps, they work really well. The liners work well. Everything's a good size to work with. They don't skip, they don't tug. I mean, ultimately, they're very sturdy. They're felt tip. They do dry down to a matte finish that lasts all day. The pigment is bold and visible. And much like many things here, we need this in the core line, please. And 5 out of 5 stars. The nail accents, not a whole lot to say on these, you guys. They should be easy to apply. Seal them with a top coat and you're good to go. Those are the claims. They put these nail accents in a lot of collections. They're easy to apply. I stick them on my nails, put on my 2 coats of top coat, get on with my day. 5 out of 5 stars. Color changing lip balm in Coral Blue #2. A lot of people are excited about this. The claims, this is a pH activated color changing lip balm. It will turn into a custom pink shade, perfectly tailored to you, and it should glide on effortlessly to leave behind a soft and comfortable finish. So, yep, it's another pH color changing lip balm. But listen, it does not turn that boring shade of pink that you hate, that you are so used to. It has this darker, almost purpley pink, even with a hint of blue pigment to it. And the glitter comes through a bit, but I am just liking the unusual color. The finish of it is satin. It's not as shiny as they say it should be. And what's really crazy is it has very minimal transfer. It lasts all day. It almost looks or acts like a lip stain, but it's not. And this product also leaves my lips feeling pretty good. I mean, not the same as a lip oil, but they don't dry out, they don't flake. Like, I would actually wear this again, okay? So 5 out of 5 stars. Moving on to the Always Sunny and Bikini Bottom Bronzing Drops. The claims, this bronzer serum should be lightweight with a warm, radiant finish. They can be used alone or mixed into foundation or moisturizer. They are ideal for the face and body, and you can build them to your desired warmth and intensity. So, Wet n Wild doesn't have bronzer drops. This is a first, but the packaging, all of it looks very much like Physicians Formula, and of course, they're owned by the same brand, which is Markwins. So I think I need to do a little comparison for us. But so far, I've used these directly on my face. I just dot them on where I normally apply my bronzer, blend it out with that lovely brush. I've also used them as a mix-in to darken a foundation that was too light for me. They blend like a dream on the skin. They give you that perfect sun-kissed sort of look, that glow. And it even works for my fair skin. For the foundation mix-in that I did, it actually made that foundation a really nice shade that matched my skin well. These drops don't remove the coverage underneath. The hue isn't orange. It's not muddy. They do stay on the skin a little bit tacky. I agree with the lightweight, the buildable claims. The dropper doesn't suck up a whole lot of product, but it works. Not mad about that. Always shake these well. So I hope we get these in the permanent line, but I gave this a 5 out of 5. All right. One of the stars of the show here, the Splash On Waterproof Mascara. So this waterproof formula is long-lasting with intense pigments. The wand should define and lift each lash. You will get flawless definition, length, and volume. So these mascaras, both the packaging, the colors, remind me a lot of the ones that they put out in Fantasy Makers, but the pigment is definitely stronger. So they have a skinny, flexible silicone wand, and I find that it is easy to apply the mascara without making a mess. And the pigment really does coat the lashes. You can see that color. It is bold, okay? I don't get any flaking, clumping, transfer, smudging, none of that. I would say this formula is ready to go right away. It's not too wet. And this holds a curl. And what I really like is they're truly waterproofed. So when you do go to remove them, you're going to need an oil-based makeup remover, of course, but it comes right off. You're not going to be in there scrubbing your eyelashes off. And that's my favorite type of makeup. Lasts all day, but when I'm ready to take it off, it comes off with no fuss. You do get some length. You get some volume. It's nothing too crazy. I think the main aspect of why we're here for these is the color. So the black is basic black. The blue is very different from the blues that we've seen in Fantasy Makers, very like cobalt, very vibrant. But the yellow, okay, we're going to stop and talk about this yellow. It is the talk of the town. It is basically mustard yellow. And I've gotten mainly good feedback on this when I've shared the photo on Instagram, so on and so forth. But I read a Reddit comment about this mascara, and you cannot unsee it once you see it, for someone saying it would look like your eyelashes are coated in pollen. So one of my good friends told me I should turn this into a meme. So I took the picture of myself wearing this mascara and I gave it to ChatGPT and said, turn it into a meme about pollen eyes. And this is a great example of how AI does make a lot of mistakes. So I included it here in the Substack. And this also you will not be able to unsee because it is one of the downright most creepy things I've ever seen in my life. Like my stomach was feeling funny looking at this. I do not know why it altered my face in the way that it did. And beyond that, it had typos and it repeated the text. So I did go in and make my own actual meme of myself in Canva, but I'm showing you both so you can see that example of crazy AI and you can be disturbed for the rest of your life. You're probably going to see that photo in your mind when you go to bed tonight because I know that I will. But honestly, I never reach for waterproof mascara and I find myself actually genuinely excited to wear these again. So I gave these 5 out of 5 stars. Wow. Okay, let's move on here to the eyeshadows. So there's two eyeshadow palettes, Gal Pals, and that is the pink toned one, and then the FUN, that is the blue toned one. My thoughts are basically the same for each. So when you're watching back my short videos, I hope you see, because I saw it, the dust flying around when I'm putting them on my eyes. They don't give us shade names or just shades 1 through 16 on the back. Wet n Wild always does this thing, and a lot of brands do it, where they're giving you an eyeshadow palette and they say some of the pigments aren't for use on the eyes or for use on the face. Let me know what you think about this, but I think that's one of the dumbest things that brands do. Like, this is clearly an eyeshadow palette. I don't have the desire to stick a crazy blue pigment somewhere else on my face. So I'm a bad girl. I put it on my eyes. Nothing bad has ever happened. But you do you. Follow the instructions. You know, they'll come after me if something bad happens. But I don't get it. Just make them all eye safe. What are you doing? So the yellows in the Gal Pals palette, there's two of them. They're really similar. All in all, the eyeshadow palettes swatch okay. They apply better to the eyelid than they swatch on the skin, which is best case scenario. There is some building that is required. You got to build, blend, work with them, but you get a nice color payoff. I have no issues blending them. Nothing about them is patchy. The colors are soft, smooth, even a bit blurred. You do get a mixture of 16 mattes, metallic satin shimmers, and those weird like Vaseline pressed glitters that Wet n Wild always does. But I made use of the blue one and I actually really liked it. I don't usually reach for the glitters, but I have a nice picture here where I put if you're reading the blog post of the Substack, I put the clear blue glitter on my eyelid and it just looked like water or a mermaid moment and I had to take a picture of it. I just loved it. But somewhere along the way over the years, I just feel like Wet n Wild changed their eyeshadow formula and it's good, but it's not as good as it was. So let me know if you feel the same. The claims, these richly pigmented shades that glide on smoothly, blend effortlessly. The shades can be layered for multidimensional looks. The matte pigments are best applied with a brush and the rest with your finger. So I gave them 4 out of 4 stars. The makeup bags, the claims on these makeup bags are fun and practical for travel. They have a smooth gliding full zipper plus a lot of room for your must-haves. The top handle is great for carrying. The material is sturdy and durable. And we have two. One's a pineapple house with a clear front, and then we have the Krabby Patty. These makeup bags are beyond cute. They're huge, and I always test makeup bags and see if they hold the full collection. That's just my personal little thing, and they do. Both of them do. They're strong, they're sturdy. I appreciate the handles. And if you follow my Instagram stories and you're looking at my makeup of the day, you know I've been using the Pineapple House every day to organize my products. I just love the clear lid, being able to see everything. But you cannot go wrong no matter which makeup bag you pick. I don't think you need both because they're $17 a piece and they both do the same thing. But you know, I'm a blogger and I gotta do it all for you. Seize the Day Cooling Makeup Finishing Powder. Oh, by the way, gave the bags 5 out of 5. Gave like everything, almost everything, a 5 out of 5. So this powder, I know it has to be a dupe for something, maybe something high end. I didn't look it up, let me know. But the claims are the silky and lightweight powder should deliver a cooling sensation, while blurring and controlling shine. It is formulated with water-encased fine powders for a matte finish that is not dry. It is ideal for setting makeup and touch-ups. Okay, guys, I don't know what's going on with this water-encased business. It definitely sounds new for Wet n Wild. I'm going to be straight up and tell you there's no cooling sensation. There's nothing going on. I don't get it. I think this powder is just their typical photo focus loose powder formula that they always do. This powder itself, when you look at it, it's white, but with like a peachy tone. It is translucent, but I have a suspicion, I noticed this when I'm blending it out, that if you have a darker skin tone than mine or a deeper skin tone, it might leave you with a white cast. So I don't get a white cast once I blend it out. There's just something about the way it lays on the skin that scares me. So it is finely milled, it's lightweight, and I included a picture of after I dusted it over my whole face. It is very matte, and all of Wet n Wild's loose powders are really excellent. They give you that soft focus blurred effect. And of course, I put it on with Mrs. Puff. Um, it's just a really nice material that Wet n Wild uses for their puffs. And this would be a good powder for baking. I don't bake anymore, but again, I'd be worried about the white cast if you were to do that. It stays matte all day. It allows very little oils to come through on my T-zone. I do think it extends the wear of your makeup. It really sets it, helps it to wear longer. It doesn't look heavy or cakey. It's pretty hard to mess up. So give it a try with Mrs. Puff or, the actual triangle or whatever puff that you have. And I gave that a 5 out of 5. So a summary, the second Wet n Wild SpongeBob collaboration is a massive limited edition collection featuring 37 plus items, retailing for around $300 for the full set. It expands on their core line with new colors as well as innovations. Some items are from the 2021 collection, like the sponges and the brush scrubber. The standouts include the liquid blushes, the glitter stick primer, and the brush set. So I have two makeup looks if you're going through the full blog post. The first one, I used the fun palette and just did a whole blue themed look. And the second one, I did a pink themed look using the Gal Pals palette, and I do link to all of the products that I'm wearing on my face. I always do a full face of Wet n Wild makeup look when I do these, and I'm not lying. I'm not one of those beauty gurus that claims they're going to do a full face of a brand and they go, well, I had to cheat a little bit because I didn't have this or didn't have that. Like, I have all of it, genuinely, from Wet n Wild. I love these looks, and if you're reading the blog post, I also include the instructions to recreate the eyeshadow look. I have videos of the makeup looks, of the products, and more videos on the way. So I'm not going to read that, but I'll jump down to the frequently asked questions. How does this 2025 collection differ from the original Wet n Wild SpongeBob collab? The 2025 collection differs from the original SpongeBob collaboration in that it is much bigger. While they have re-released the sponges and the Krabby Patty brush cleanser, everything else is new. This time they're going for color and they're expanding their core lines, and along the way they are trying to dupe other brands. Is the Wet n Wild SpongeBob collection limited edition? Yes, it is. Where can I buy the products? So as of right now, Amazon, Walmart, Wet n Wild's website, and then of course they're going to come out pretty soon at the other retailers that I mentioned. And that's it. So getting into the conclusion, the products and shades in this collection are very wearable for daily use for the most part. I have been genuinely using these items on repeat. And what I'm about to say probably sounds dramatic, and it is also the title of the Substack, but I feel like this collection has reinvigorated my love for makeup. And partially it's from that foundation brush, but somehow it's just everything. So this is the first blog post that I've put out in 2 months. And there's just something about this collection coming out that made me really excited to create content again. I really am digging in deep. I'm excited to use these products again. And, life just really has gotten in the way. A lot of things have gone on that I'm hoping to write a Substack about. A lot in my life has changed for the better, but I'm here and I'm hoping that I will get to continue writing these blog posts, the big daddies, doing my Substacks, doing this podcast, and just entering a new era of meeting you all where you all are at. But this is it. Let me know what you're getting from this collection, if anything. and my tagline. Until next time, continue to let your true beauty shine. And that's it. We made it through. Thank you for being with me with this very first recording. I'll never be able to give enough thanks for everyone that has been here over this past decade, everyone that is here for the Wet and Wild content. And yeah, I'll stop before I continue rambling. Have a good one.